I can't do this anymore. My parents are the ones owing, not me.
And Nakwe, often after the tragic death of their parents, had managed to carve out a modest yet fulfilling life together. Ukpeke, renowned for her beauty and intelligence, had become a beloved figure in their town. She was a brilliant student and even more dedicated tutor. Her generosity in helping her peers earned her the admiration of both students and teachers. Principal Adeola, whose son Dangwa had struggled academically, was particularly grateful for Ukpeke's assistance. She hoped that one day Ukpeke might become a part of their family through marriage. Despite her growing reputation, Ukpeke and Nakwe faced significant financial hardship. Their parents had left behind substantial debt, owing a lot of people a lot of money, and the burden of repayment was overwhelming. With no means to settle these debts, Nakwe felt increasingly desperate because the debtors were always knocking on their door, not minding that they were still young. He knew that their current lifestyle could not sustain the pressure of looming creditors. One evening, in a moment of desperation, Nakwe made a decision that would forever alter their lives. He coerced Ukpeke into a scheme that involved kidnapping school children for ransom. The plan was to leverage her status and knowledge of the school to pull off these crimes without suspicion. Although Ukpeke was initially reluctant, Nakwe's insistence and their dire situation eventually pushed her into compliance. Their new life of crime began covertly. Ukpeke's reputation as a helpful and trusted figure made it easy for her to manipulate situations and gather information. She and Nakwe would carefully choose their targets, demanding ransom while maintaining a facade of innocence. The operation
Was dark and dangerous, and Ukpeke soon found herself entangled in the guilt and fear. Each successful kidnapping seemed to pull her deeper into the chasm of moral decay. One fateful night, after a particular operation, Ukpeke and Nakwe had a heated argument. I can't do this anymore. My parents are the ones owing, not me. How can I be paying for what I don't know about, making me to go through kidnapping school students and even collecting a huge sum of money from them? My reputation is at stake. Their argument intensified, and in the midst of their shouting, Ukpeke stormed out of the room. She wandered the streets, grappling with the enormity of their situation and the consequences of their action. Her once clear path was now obscured by darkness and regret. News of the kidnapping began to spread, and suspicion arose. The once revered Ukpeke was now under scrutiny. Principal Adeola, devastated by the revelation, struggled to reconcile the image to the helpful tutor with the criminal she had become. The community was in shock, and Ukpeke's once glowing reputation was tarnished beyond repair. Eventually, Ukpeke and Nakwe were apprehended. Principal Adeola, though heartbroken, focused on supporting the victims and their families, while Nakwe and Ukpeke faced the consequences of their crime. Dear listeners, it doesn't matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter how hard everything might be. Don't do things that are immoral, because a good name is better than riches and wealth. So just stay focused, keep pushing.